All right. The key elements for a successful sled team are a steady driver and 3 strong runners to push off down the ice. Ice! Ice!
It's kind of a winter sport, you know.
You mean winter as in ice? Baby? You mean winter as in igloos and Eskimos and penguins and ice? Possibly. See you.
Where you going?
I want to take a hot bath. I'm getting cold just thinking about all this ice.
Jamaica, we have a bobsled team. 5-9, you did it! Who are you? I'm their coach. Are you smoking? No, I'm breathing. Sanka, you dead, man? Yeah, Mom. You can pee now. Too late. Welcome to ScotsThinker Suggestions. We got a suggestion from AA in light of the Winter Olympics taking place in Italy, as of recording this, in 2026. So in celebration of that event, we're going to look back, by AA's request, at Cool Runnings, a classic 90s sports movie about the world's first Jamaican bobsled team. A beloved light-hearted comedy and quite possibly one of John Candy's greatest movies. I should probably mention right from the get-go that this movie is unabashedly corny, and that's part of the fun of it. Although the corniness can probably get in the way of representing what historically happened. And that's something you need to keep in mind with a film like this, is that there's definitely a difference between what happens in this movie and what happened in the real event that it's based on. This is absolutely a movie in the 90s made by Disney. Before Bob Iger ruined it. So you're going to expect it to be more lighthearted and based on a few gags here and there and more based on the family. But even with that said, as a movie, it still works. It's great for all ages, and it celebrates great sportsmanship. And honestly, if the only genuine complaint I can find about this film is how the corniness can get in the way of interpreting the historical event at times, then we've got a pretty solid movie. It's actually what another critic said is a harmless movie, and a really fun one too. It tells the story of 4 Jamaicans, Darius, Sanka, Junior Bevel, and Yule. 3 of them have tried to compete for athletics in the Summer Olympics, because that's the kind of sport that Jamaicans especially thrive at. Just take a look at Usain Bolt. Unfortunately, due to Junior having a trip up, which also trips up 2 of the other main characters, they all get disqualified from the qualifications, which leads to Darius finding an alternative way to compete in the Olympics. If he can't compete in the Summer Olympics for the time being, he comes up with an alternative idea. Compete in the Winter Olympics instead, and as it turns out, nearby in Jamaica, there is a former bobslayer by the name of Irving, played by John Candy, that Darius manages to make contact with and persuade him to coach him on how to do bobsleighing. So after much persuasion, Darius and Irving find 3 other Jamaican comrades to compete in the games. Darius's best friend and pushcart expert, Sanka, who serves as much of the comic relief in the movie. Then again, all these main characters to some degree or another serve as comic relief. Junior Bevel, in hopes of redeeming himself, and Yule. All of them train on the ways of how to use a bobsleigh, and eventually they just barely get by with managing to get in, as well as the hilarities that come with adjusting from transitioning to a hot climate to a drastically cold climate.
I was frozen today!
The Jamaicans are laughed at and scoffed at, although much of that scoffing is especially leaned towards Irving, because Irving had cheated when he previously competed. But through his Jamaican bobsledge team, Irving intends to redeem himself. So can the Jamaicans actually pull it off? Will the Jamaicans actually win the bobsleigh competition? The film goes through the motions of the sports movie drama from therein, but it's a lot of fun to watch. And it helps that all the main characters have some great character growth as the movie progresses. For example, Junior Bevel is afraid to speak up for himself, and he initially doesn't get along with Yule, but eventually they form a friendship, and Yule, being the tough burly guy that he is, encourages Junior Bevel to be a bit more assertive, which contributes to him speaking up to his dad later on in the movie. Derice is the son of an Olympic sprinter, and there's this pressure to try to prove himself, so at one point he observes how a bobsleigh team goes about skillfully going through the bobsleigh track. He tries to do some knocking helmets shenanigan, which distracts the team from doing as effective as they could have been, and Sanka, the comic relief, has to tell Derice off for that kind of behavior. You don't have to prove yourself, just be authentic and do the best time you can. There's an especially powerful scene with John Candy where, as Irving, he goes up to his former coach and he admits, "Look, you're not mocking us because of them. You're mocking them because of me. It was me, coach, okay? I cheated. I let you down, okay? I'm willing to admit that." It's just such a powerful scene to just have him say all that and then say that he's willing to keep going nonetheless and then just quietly leave the room by saying, "Sorry for interrupting your meeting." Such a powerful scene. And it's just scenes like that when you just think, man alive, John Candy just left too soon. He had so much potential. But man, did John Candy make the most out of every appearance he made and every project he was a part of, and he will be missed. The film has this brilliant sense of celebration of sportsmanship, to the point where the movie implies it's not even about winning, it's about taking part. And if you take part, and if you give it your all in the most authentic way possible, you will be applauded, people will love you for it. And it's that kind of messaging that I adore in Cool Runnings. So combine that with all the fun, all the laughter, and just the overall brilliantness of the rest of the presentation, corniness and all, I give Cool Runnings a solid 10 out of 12. It is a classic that you should check out for yourself, especially in light of the Winter Olympics coming up. What do you think about Cool Runnings? Let me know down in the comments below, and I look forward to comment conversation. In the meantime, ScotsThinker signing out. So, in celebration, my voice